Greetings everyone, this is Hong Long from Hong Long Wuxia, and today we are going to start up Kung Fu Basics. As always, if you like the video, hit the button down below, share the video on your social media pages, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and if you have any questions about things that we've gone over, or you have any suggestions about things you want to go over, comment down below. All right, let me get my gloves on and we'll get down on the ground and get started. Welcome to Kung Fu Basics. Today we are going to go over a few striking techniques, and we're going to condition ourselves to get ready to start punching. So first off, when you punch, you're going to want to keep your wrists straight. Okay, so for now we're not going to be using punches. For now we're not going to do punches, but we're going to learn how to punch properly. For now we're going to want to be doing some basic strikes. We're going to be wanting to strike with the palm strikes, hitting with the palm of our hand. So, ridge hand from the below your fingers. You want to be hitting it with your fingers along the side of your ridge of your hand to about here, like so. Back of the wrist, make a bird beak, and then you want to strike with the top of your wrist right here. It's a very powerful strike. Guarantee you hit somebody with this in their head, they're probably not going to get up. And with the side hand, which is not really with the side of your hand, but more with the point of your palm down here, hitting like that. Now, as far as the punches go, we're not going to start throwing them yet until we develop our wrists, to strengthen our wrists better, and we learn how to throw a proper punch. If we can throw it incorrectly, if our wrist is bent and we hit somebody or hit something, punching back or whatever, we'll wind up hurting ourselves bad. So the way we do that is we do push-ups on our knuckles, and we do it on our first knuckle. And you might want to use gloves, or otherwise you'll start getting some discoloration, calluses. You'll probably have calluses develop anyway, but if you moisturize and use some gel and gloves, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you don't use gloves and you don't moisturize and you don't use gel, you're going to wind up getting a lot of discoloration, calluses on your knuckles. So anyway, and when you do the push-ups, just like before, get out of here, Willie. Make sure you're on time. What? What you doing to me here? Alright, so before you do it, make sure you're not tangled up to the dog's leash. So just as before, push-up position. You're going to put your first two knuckles down. And you want to be able to at least do 10 of these. Now I would recommend not doing them on the concrete or gravel. Especially not concrete with that's rocky like this, because you will wind up with some pain. Do it on your carpet at home or in the grass until you condition yourself. Now for the strikes, you want to practice ridge hand and just do it out into the air. For now, even if you do have a bag, do not use the bag unless you have some experience. If you don't have any experience, my advice is to stay away from the heavy bag until you've learned to strike properly and you condition yourself properly. So, for the ridge hand, or well, I guess we start off with the palm strikes, or palm strikes. Now high bow stance, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do the other side too. Now, when we punch, or when we strike, we're not punching like a boxer where we're going all the way through and we're throwing our weight into it. We are twisting our weight, or we are twisting our waist as we strike. And we are putting a bit of our weight into it. But it's more of a we're more snapping the punch out. So we're striking out and we're pulling back. Try and pull back twice as fast as you do. Kind of like when you're snapping a towel, but you're doing it with your arms. And your palm, or the part of your body that you're striking with, is the end of the towel. And I believe that was 10. All right, so you're starting like that. You can also do palm strikes like so, reverse. I would recommend breathing out as you strike. Reach hands. And your first, as you're doing these, your first couple of ones, you should be a little bit slower than the rest. So practice. Make sure you have the proper movement down and then speed it up. And also do ridge hand from the bottom to the groin. Perform all of these strikes from different angles. The reverse bird being probably the most dangerous way that you would be able to implement it now is just striking straight up someone's jaw. The way I would prefer to use this is as a strike to the temple, or just a strike to the head. Actually, anywhere to the skull. And I'm pretty sure hit somebody with this in their skull, they're probably not going to be in the mood for anything else, or able. Again, make sure you don't fall off the side of the cliff while you're doing it. Side hands. Also, when you're doing the ridge hands, you want to offset your fingers slightly while you're doing it. Because before you throw a strike, you should be completely relaxed, basically until you actually make contact. So with the ridge hand, if you stay relaxed and you keep your fingers together and you smack, you're going to wind up hurting your fingers. So keep your fingers on the ridge hand slightly offset. Side hands. All right, so now for the side hands, we're going to be striking not with the actual side hand, but with the small point of the bottom of your palm. As this becomes more natural to you, you're going to start getting more of a fighting stance as you're doing it. But for now, it's okay to stand up a little tall. So basically once you get into the Kung Fu, I mean, one of the primary reasons for learning forms of the light is so that you're able to counter from all kinds of positions. So at a certain point, you're going to want to be practicing these in all sorts of positions. From a seated position, laying down, on your, whatever. Whatever position you could possibly imagine yourself getting into, you should be able to be able. You should be able to be able. You should be able to throw a strike. Hey everybody, this is Han Long from Han Long Wuxia. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the new series, Kung Fu Basics. If so, hit the button down below, share, subscribe, and next time we'll be going over some kicks and possibly another exercise. So until then, everybody stay safe and keep practicing.